Hey, how's it going? I am going to talk today about having 500 PRV not just by the 15th of the month, but by the 1st of the month, and how I stack my own personal PRV to ensure that I have that much. Now, it may sound like it's really far out there, but I promise you it's not. Because as long as you're actively working your business, you will reach your goals no matter how big or how small, as long as you're doing something. So, what I like to focus on, and before I get started here and really dive in, you do not have to have stock on hand. Before COVID, I did a lot of events, and over my next month, it'll be 9 years of being a consultant. I have built up my things I need for my event, but you do not have to have stock on hand. So keep that in mind. You don't need it. It might make things a little bit easier, but again, you don't need it. So when I place my order every first of the month, or a order, I try to make sure that that first order is 500 PRV. I do this as a full-time gig. I am a stay-at-home mom and a Scentsy director, so that is my job. So this is my income, which pays for the bills, which pays for the groceries, so on and so forth. So back to the 500. So when I place my first order of the month, my goal is to have 500 PRV, so I have the rest of the month to place my minimum $1,500 more, so that equals $2,000. My goal is to reach that $2,000 by the 15th. That way, everything that I do, I'm front loading it for the current month. Then the second half of the month, I focus on prepping for the following month. So whenever I have orders that were items that I might have on hand, so people might have stopped by my house, that might have sent me a message, hey, do you have this? And I sell it to them. I save that money for strategically placing or reordering so it counts as PRV in the system, so I have that 500 on the first day of the month. So say I have $300 that I have not replaced by ordering for the PRV, and then the first of the month comes, I have $200 for, say, like an LTO that came out, or say it was October 1st and all the holiday stuff came out. Now I'm over my 500 PRV on day one. So I strategically replace my stock to ensure that I reach my goals throughout the month, whether it is a 500 on the first month, 500 for the whole month, 2,000 for the whole month, whatever your goal is. Stack everything towards the front of the month, so if you don't reach that goal in the beginning of the month, you have the rest of the month to reach that goal. This kind of goes back to when we were doing in-home parties more, where you stack all of your parties at the beginning of the month, so if somebody cancels, you have time to reschedule and you can book more, and so on and so forth, so you're not scrambling at the end of the month to try and reach that goal. I also like to push LTOs. I like to push the scent of the month. I post on my Facebook, my Instagram, my VIP page, and my own personal Facebook page, because in my opinion, not everybody lives and breathes and thinks Scentsy like I do. So posting it on all the different platforms makes it so it's more seeable, because we all know those algorithms suck majorly, and you have to have interaction or people just don't see things. And you can have over 1,000 people on your Facebook friends list and everybody is not going to see everything, especially not all at once. I have had people see things several days later after posting it because of algorithms. Now let's talk about stock. Again, you do not have to have any stock on hand, but also you do get to be the host of your own parties. Over the years, I have built up again what I need for my events, bazaars, Christmas shows, what have you, or even fairs in the summer. I've built up what I need for these events using party host rewards. So I use the host rewards to get bars, to get bulbs. Those are my number one selling things at events. More so lately, now that we have the pod units, as I like to call them, I'll stock up on pods, and especially those mini fans, those like to go fast. So I use the half off rewards, the perpetual party reward if it's not being used, and my free items to get the items I need for my events. If you don't have an event, or if you have stuff left over for your event, then that's how you can market to your customers one-on-one. YouWhoMe.com is a great way to market things you might have on hand and keeping it within compliance. When you are strategically posting on Facebook, Instagram, I use Twitter, but I don't really use it that much, and so on and so forth. Don't forget to utilize the Instagram stories, the Facebook stories, because a lot of people will see those highlights first before anything else. So those are great tools and free tools, because both platforms are free, to advertise and share versus sell your product. Now, I don't love every single limited time item that comes out. I don't love every scent. I always say we have over 80 scents to choose from for a reason, because there's a few I absolutely can't stand, but I sell a ton of, because excitement sells. If you're excited about it, it will sell. So be sure to make sure you're excited about everything that you are selling, everything in the catalog, whether you like it or not. You can give personal opinions on it, but also you got to remember, again, everybody has different tastes, everybody noses are different, and so on and so forth. Another thing that I do is follow-up. I use Amy, formerly known as Maven. It's an app that Scentsy provides for us that our system in our workstation is connected with. It's a great way to follow up and check in with your customers, see if everything went well, because what if a customer got an online order and it wasn't well and you wouldn't have known unless you had messaged them. Before Amy/Maven, I had no follow-up game. And if you just spend 5 minutes a day sending out a few emails to follow up your customers, it will make a world of a difference. I think in 3 days, one time, I think it's actually the beginning of this month, I sold about $500 just by sending out emails, checking in with people's orders, checking in with past customers I haven't talked to before, and things like that. I've also been creating a newsletter with Canva and including these within my emails. Now, I have been noticing since I've been adding images to my emails, they get a lot more attention. So if you include a photo or a newsletter, be sure to add it to any email you send, because it's eye-catching. It makes it so they're just not skipping over everything within the email, because they might go straight to that newsletter instead of reading the body of your email. And I have been finding this is helping a lot. And circling back to the PRV, all of these ways, Amy gathering orders, following up, sending a list with YouWhoMe.com of things you might have at hand, these are all ways to gather PRV for the month as well as for the following month. Because again, if it's something you had on hand, number one, you don't have to replace it. Number two, you can replace it with something new, say an LTO that might be coming, Christmas items, or something for the following month, so you make sure you reach your PRV goal. Again, if I have already reached my goal by the 1st or even by the 15th, the second half of the month, my focus is for the following month. So right now, I have an event next month. I'm so excited. It's a Christmas holiday show that was canceled last year, so I finally get to do it again. But I'm prepping everything for that event. I'm prepping things to drop off at a local business. That is also another option. Get local businesses involved. Put up a wormer with some business cards. Now, you can't sell out of a business, but you most certainly can show off a display and leave your information for people to grab. So I'm getting stuff ready for that. I am getting everything lined up because we still have some more holiday things coming out next month. Newsletters, samples. We have the Scents of the Season coming up. I created a rack card for that ahead of time. When you're restocking an order or placing your PRV, strategically place it so you can reach your goals. So that way you're not scrambling at the end of each month to reach that goal. So I'm going to leave you with success comes with action. No action equals no success. If you're not at least doing something 5 minutes a week, 15 minutes a week, 5 minutes a day, because I'm sure you can squeeze in there to 5 minutes a day to send out 5 emails, or even more than that. You probably do more than that in 5 minutes. Find the time to work your business, a lot or little, will lead to your success in reaching your goals. Because if you don't do anything, you are not ever going to reach those goals. You determine your own success. Keep moving forward, don't give up, and work your business a little bit every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. If you have any questions, please comment below or send me an email. I'd be happy to chat with you. Hope you have an amazing day, and thank you so much for watching. Bye now.